Well, with number 10, I went with Indiana. I just think they've been playing decently. They're at the top of their division right now. As much as you could say, Derrick Rose took his first step. I believe he made the road trip with them this week. So he's getting closer to coming back, and it'll be interesting to see how that division shakes out with Rose back. But Indiana's been doing a good job so far, so they're 10. Houston is number 9. They do not look like they're going anywhere right now. Harden's been playing good. Lynn's been playing good. And the rest is coming together pretty nicely for them. So they're number 9. Atlanta's 8. Denver is 7. Denver is starting to look very good. They had the big win against the Lakers a couple days ago. Kenneth Faried is a double-double machine. And he's only going to get better as the season goes on. So I like the way they're playing right now. And Iguodala's got a lot more left in him. He got off to a bad start, but when he gets going, they're going to be very tough to beat. I'm keeping Golden State holding strong at 6. I think it's 22-8 for them now, or something like that.
Golden State, I actually have their written down. They're 21-10 right now.
21-10. Amazing.
It's actually one of the best records in the league right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's top 5 or 6, probably. Yep. They're doing amazing right now, so you got to keep them up there. And, they got a lot of young guys, so it's very possible they only get better as the season goes on, too. 5 is where I'm going to put the Knicks. They lost their last game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
5-5 in their last 10.
5-5 in their last 10. So they're hitting a little bit of the skids right now. This is kind of the tough spot for them. And Amari had his return. Obviously, I don't know what people were expecting from Amari Stoudemire in his first game back. I really don't. I'm not surprised that he struggled his first game back. The surprise to me was the comments I heard this morning where Amari apparently has never been taught defense before and is being taught it by Mike Goodson for the first time in his career. He was quoted as saying, "No one ever taught me to play defense." I heard the quote on the Boomer and Carton show this morning. I heard this quote. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know if you should take it that literal that nobody's ever showed me defense before, but I think that nobody's ever showed him defense in the way that Mike Woodson is showing him to play.
I get what you mean. Just the only thing I can say is if you can't say something that doesn't make you sound dumb, don't say anything. Yeah. That's my only thing on that.
Everybody tends to say something dumb every now and then, though.
Mm-hmm. You should wait until you've been back a week, though, is all I'm saying.
Listen, I once turned to a friend and said, I'd like to go find a nice sandy spot on the beach.
Okay.
Think about that.
I don't want to know what that means, but you didn't say it in front of a camera with reporters.
Think about it. Sandy
spot on the beach.
Sandy. Sand?
The beaches are made of sand. It doesn't make sense.
I got you.
It's stupid, but I said it.
You didn't have a camera in front of you, and you didn't have the quote being played back 15 times a day.
But I admit to it. Listen, everybody says some stupid stuff every now and then.
Yes,
as long as you don't piss off any large groups of people, you can pretty much say anything stupid you want. Just don't have people protesting outside your door. You're doing okay.
Very true, very true. All right.
Even sometimes when they're protesting, it must mean you're doing something right. If they're passionate enough to come and care about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that depends on the
As they say, any publicity is good publicity.
Generally, when you're doing something right, you don't have people wanting to throw stuff at you. So there's that. But anyway.
And your number 4 team
number
in your NBA
4
Power
is
Rankings.
you got to give the Thunder a little bit of a drop after last night, so that's why I'm putting them 4. They looked bad last night, and Durant getting thrown with a couple minutes remaining didn't make them look any better. So they would be 4 for now. Number 3, Miami is starting to round back into form. They've actually taken a better record than the Knicks right now, so they're the number 1 team in the East. And let's be honest, they're only gonna get better as the season rolls on.
As long as they stay healthy, they're there in the conversation.
Number 1 and number 2, as always, is entirely open to interpretation. But I put the Spurs 2 and the Clippers 1 simply because I feel we have to recognize the fact that the Clippers just went on a 17-game winning streak.
3rd longest streak since 2000 by any team.
That's right. I mean, they have lost their last 2 games, and the Spurs are on a 7-game winning streak right now. But you just have to recognize that the Clippers are still on a pretty big hot streak right now. Paul's playing amazing. Blake Griffin's playing well. The whole team's kind of rounding into form. So, like I said, Clippers, Spurs, you can put them any order you want to. I just chose to put the Clippers 1.
And nobody's mad at you for that one, my friend. No. Nobody at all. All right, Erich, you want to go? Or would you like to go last today?
I can go last.
You want to go last today? All right, word. Well, then I'll go through mine. At number 10, just like Mike, I actually have Indiana, 19-13 on the year. Last 10, they've gone 8-2. At number 9, I got Atlanta. They're 21-10. They're 6-4 in their last 10. At the 8th spot, I got Golden State. Now, it was a debate between them, and I got Houston at 7. I wasn't sure which way to go, but James Harden's really helping my fantasy basketball team, so maybe that's why I like Houston more. Or maybe Omar or Zeke over there. I don't know.
Well, like I said, I got Klay Thompson, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I like Houston. I like Golden State. I think both teams are playing pretty good basketball right now. Golden State's 21-10, 7-3 in their last 10 games, while Houston is also 7-3 in their last 10 games, but a 17-14 record. But I think they're starting to find their groove. The Knicks, I dropped back to 6, and that's mainly based on the past week. I still think they're there at the end. I still think they're one of the top 2 or 3 seeds in the Eastern Conference when it's all said and done. But I dropped them back. They've been struggling for the past week or so, 5-5 in their last 10. And Erich pointed something out to me about them that's really bothersome if you're a Knicks fan, is that they keep letting themselves fall back early in games and then fight their way. And that's the thing. Even Portland was up on them by 14 just the other night. With what was it, Erich? 4 minutes left in the game, and they fight their way all the way back and get within 1, within 3. You're watching it and you're just like, holy crap! But the deficit was too large, and they weren't able to make the complete comeback and win. But that's what I mean. This is a team that should not let themselves fall behind early, because they're good enough that if it's close in the 4th, they can win the game. Dropped Memphis back to 5. They're 19-9, 6-4 in their last 10 games. Got Miami at the 4 spot right now, 21-8, 8-2 in their last 10. Look, I just like Oklahoma City more than Miami, and that is why Oklahoma City is ranked as my 3. 24-6, 7-3 in their last 10 games. San Antonio's 25-8 right now, as Mike pointed out, 7 in a row. Yeah, they're on. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, and in those 10 games, they're actually winning by 11 points a game right now. The Clippers, 9-1 in their last 10 games, winning by 13 a game, and I got them at my number 1 spot. 17 in a row. I think they've actually lost 2 in a row now after the 17 in a row. Yeah. But this team is they're definitely the best team in Los Angeles right now. Who knows where we'll be in a couple weeks or a couple months. But I really like the basketball they're playing. Chris Paul can do anything he wants with a basketball. Blake Griffin looks like he's starting to develop a game outside of just jumping over people. And I think defensively they play really good basketball. So I got the Clippers at 1. And now, last but not least, Mr. Treslar, we're on you, my friend.
The Warriors at 10. Rockets at 9. Pacers at 8. Hawks at 7. Grizzlies at 6. Knicks at 5. Spurs at 4. Clippers at 3. Thunder at 2. Heat at 1.
Yeah, that was like quick, my friend. I'm backtracked here. You gotta go from 4 on for me. So I'm gonna have
Spurs.
You got San Antonio back at 4.
Clippers.
Okay.
Thunder. Heat.
What made you jump Miami all the way up to your 1?
Only because they recently beat the Thunder.
That was that was a big thing.
That was the deciding factor. I mean, listen, you're splitting hairs at this point in the season.
What about?
I mean, they're separated by 1 in the loss column. It's the apples to apples here.
The Clippers' 17-game win streak didn't sell you on getting them up to 1.
That guy sold me on getting them to 3.
I don't remember where.
I had them back at 6 last time.
6? Okay, so you jumped them. You definitely jumped them up. I know you dropped your Knicks back. I'm assuming for pretty much the same
dropped
reasons.
Dropped them from 2 to 5. I moved the Spurs up actually. I moved the Heat. Moved the Thunder down 1. The Heat up a couple. I think I had the Heat back at 4.
Yeah, I think you had them. I think you had them behind your Knicks.
Yeah,
so
I did.
That's
So, I
definitely
mean,
like a 4 or
it's-
5 spot.
The Pacers are new, the Rockets are new, and the Warriors, I don't know. I'm not sold on them.